Hi, I'm Tara, and I'm here today with Hannah Kim, the founder of HappyCorporateHour.com. Hannah, you are a master at networking and building relationships and clientele. And, we invited you on because I've been in business for 11 years, but really only in the last year have I started doing networking. This is really a whole new thing to me, and I don't think a lot of people take advantage of how much networking there is out there and events and stuff like that.
Tara, there's a reason why you haven't networked outside of the last year or so. Networking wasn't as popular until the last couple years. With the economy taking a downfall, I think people are looking for more creative ways to meet their clients.
That's interesting. So, and I know there's tons of websites that are out there and things like that, but it really is more about the face-to-face and the relationship building. And what I found was kind of intimidating is I would go to these networking events, and it was the concept of whoever handed out the most business cards wins. And there really was no relationship building. It was just hand out cards, hand out cards. So if I'm a new person and this is my first time going to a networking event, maybe I haven't done this before, what are some tips on how to make the most of that time networking?
Sure, and you're aiming for quality, not quantity. But the things that you want to remember when you're going to networking events, to always bring your business cards.
You said this before, and this made me laugh. I cannot believe somebody would go to a networking event without a business card.
And it happens all the time. You're talking to somebody and they are fascinating. So you want to exchange business cards and they just don't have one.
So then this would be the first tip. If you are watching and you have a business, get yourself a business card. But then also to bring a pen. Because if you don't have a business card and I want your contact information.
Absolutely. And with your pen, bring your daytime planner or your calendar so that you're able to make connections right there. You're able to pencil in or type in when you're going to follow up, or rather when you're going to meet for coffee.
I know you're really big on that, on really scheduling that follow-up time right away, because most of us as women, we're so busy, and if we're starting another business, we might already have another job or family or kids, and just that phone follow-up time can be really tiring.
Absolutely, and it's one thing to say follow up in 3 to 5 days, and it's another thing to say follow up on Friday at 3 p.m. And then that way, your client knows that you're going to call them, so they'll make time for you and be available instead of getting a voicemail.
Now, I know there used to be lots and lots of big networking events, and that's kind of changed, which is what started your business. So can you talk a little bit about how the economy has changed and why that evolved into what you do?
It evolved because I used to be an event planner with big budgets. With the budgets being cut, I wanted to take a new niche product. Mm-hmm. And my product is that I am free to the clients. With the economy the way it is, it's still important to stay in front of your clients and be visible, but you don't always have the big budget to do so anymore. I formed a partnership with the venues so that I work from their marketing fund. The venues also benefit because they're spending all this money on print advertising that sometimes or sometimes not bring them new clients. Mm-hmm. It's never tangible. Whereas I can always promise them a certain number of clients from my events.
And it's just getting people in the door, I would assume.
Absolutely.
It's you want people to see your place of business, see that as a networker, I want to go to an event that's free or very low cost where I can meet a lot of people at one time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, when you're going, you talk a lot about win-win marketing, and when you're going to these events, it really is that you want a win-win situation. But what happens if I go and I don't know anybody there and I don't really have an in and I'm kind of intimidated to talk to people? What is a good way to kind of get my foot in the door with somebody?
I would definitely identify the host of the event. The host is more likely to know more people in that room than anybody else. And I would simply ask the host to introduce you to people. And if you're not able to identify the host, always remember that people always want to talk about themselves. So approach somebody, introduce yourself, and ask, what do you do?
So making it more about them.
Absolutely. And this also benefits you because if you are able to qualify that candidate. You need to know that they need and want your services or product. This also gives you an opportunity to be liked. By developing a relationship one-on-one. And you want to establish some respect during this process as well. People want to know that they can do business with people that are reliable and that'll come through for them.
So your 3 tips are make sure they want your service, that there's a need for your service, make sure that they like you, you like them, and to develop that respect as you as a professional in your
Absolutely.
business. Okay, great. Any other tips on networking? Anything else you want to get out there?
Just get out there. just get out there and start networking. Networking is for everyone, and everyone should add it to their marketing strategy.
Well, thank you, Hannah, so much for being with us today. And you can reach Hannah at the website and the phone number below. And we appreciate you for stopping by our video clip this week. So be sure to come back next week. We'll have more tips and ideas.